rising from a porcelain cup, and her breath against the glass. The city's quieter than yesterday, like it's learning how to rest. Folded wishes in my pocket, unspoken, but they stay. The first light of the year is gentle, it doesn't rush my name. Footsteps on familiar floors, old stories in the walls. Time moves slow in borrowed rooms, like it knows we're small. It's a new year, but it feels the same, just softer at the seams. Fireworks fade into the snow, like half remembered dreams. I don't need a louder sky or promises to keep. Just this quiet evening glow and a little more peace.
너무 더워서 그런가 봐.
꿈꾸던 바다. 유기농 참기름으로 볶다가 물은 왜?
You left your umbrella at the party, leaning on a chair by the back door. Polka dots and one band handle, kinda like the way you laugh when you're bored. Guess I'm stuck with your leftover umbrella, carrying it around like a secret I found. Every little drop makes me think of you. Hoping on the street I'm talking to the clouds. Guess I'm stuck with your leftover umbrella, too bright to you for this great town weather. If you want it back, you'll have to come around. You'll have to come around.